in
Yeah.
the UK,
Yeah.
was awarded the highest reward by Saudi Arabia
This is
2
Zakir
years
Naik.
ago. Zakir Naik,
Zakir,
the preacher.
and this man is the one that he's basically involved in Dawah. He's preaching
Yes.
Islam and trying to put a nice face in it. Trying to
And
make
he's
it
on the run
acceptable.
now.
Okay.
He cannot even go to
what's he on,
India.
what's he on the run for?
Because most of the terrorists are always quoting his name.
Yeah.
And he's also wanted for money laundering.
Yeah.
And if you remember, last year, the terrorist attack took place in Bangladesh,
Yeah.
where many foreigners were slaughtered.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
And all the terrorists
Yeah.
said they were inspired. They have Zakir Naik
Yeah.
as their main role model.
But hold on, can I just back up on Zakir Naik?
Yes.
So Zakir Naik is a mainstream Sunni cleric.
He is.
So he would be considered not a terrorist in terms of his theology. That's mainstream Islamic theology, is that right?
Yes.
That
Yes.
he's
Yes.
preaching?
Yes.
So, but that mainstream theology is then inspiring people to carry out terrorist attacks.
Of course.
So, what does that say about
Islam?
the threat that we face from Islam? Is the threat from Islam, or is it from radical Islam? And what's the difference between those two?
There is no difference.
So,
Islam itself is a terrorist dogma.
wow.
Yes, because I have been debating Islamic scholars. I have already debated the Imam of Abu Dhabi Mosque
Yeah.
in Arab Emirates. I
Yeah.
debated with Ahl Sunnat al Jamaat president of Bangladesh. I already debated Dr. Umar al Qadri of
Yeah.
Ireland. You have all seen that. They
Yeah.
have no answer to that.
Yeah.
When I say how and what way Islamic State atrocities
Yeah.
do not have any examples in Muhammad's life, he
Yeah.
couldn't answer.
Yeah.
So it proves without a doubt that Islam is Quran is a terrorist manual.
Right.
It's a terrorist manual.
So,
Because everything that West stands for, that we know as civilization, Quran is against it.
when I talk to Muslims say to me, now Richard, you're not interpreting the Quran right.
Well,
You're
ask me.
Yeah, you're misinterpreting the Quran. What's the answer to that when they're saying that when we read how many verses of the sword are there in the Quran?
There are 114 chapters in the Quran.
Yeah, and how many verses of the sword? How many verses would inspire violence?
All of them.
Yeah.
I would say all of them, except
Yeah.
a few maybe.
Yeah.
Except a few maybe. Even
Yeah.
even if those lovely verses that
Yeah.
you'll find,
Yeah.
if you know the geopolitics behind those verses, history behind those
Yeah.
verses, you will know that there was treachery behind it.
Yeah.
For example, there are verses like Rafiddin, there is no compulsion in religion. But
Yeah.
if you know the history behind it, why he said that, how
Yeah.
that verse got abrogated later on with,
Yeah.
with verses like Surah 9, verse 28, it will be clear.
Yeah.
So those verses were abrogated. Those were apologetic verses when Muhammad was weak.
Yeah.
And later on those verses were abrogated. So to find that all out, you need to know the revelation timeline.
Yeah.
And to know the revelation timeline, you have to spend years, which I did. I
Yes.
spent 35 years in comparative religion.
Yeah.
So you cannot fool me.
Yeah.
So my question would be, if you think out there, anybody out there who thinks that we got the interpretation wrong,
Yeah.
here's your chance.
Yeah.
Come and talk to us.
Yeah.
You will be given the courtesy.
Yeah.
We assure you, you will be respected. Come and prove that I'm wrong.
So when we look at the Quran and we look at the life of Muhammad and we look at the sayings of Muhammad, what are we finding in there that the terrorists are feeding off? Is that their bread and butter? Is that what
Well, let me ask you this: would you be able to carry out mass killing of almost 600 to 800 people in one night, saying that you deliver justice? How brief the trial has to be?
Yeah.
Muhammad captured them and ordered their mass slaughtering of Jewish people
Yeah.
on the same night.
Yeah.
Some of the scholars would say 600, some of them would say 800,
Yeah.
but they were all killed.
Yeah.
And what does it tell you? And again, Muhammad raped
Yeah.
Safiya, a Jewish lady.
Yeah.
He raped him on the same night that he had killed her husband.
Yeah.
And not only killed him, he had tortured him to death. It's by setting fire on his chest, because he wouldn't tell where the treasure was of the tribe.
Tried to tell me my religion was wrong. They tried to tell me to follow Islam. They said their prophet was a righteous dude, but I found out none of their words were true.